to license it.
Meep, meep.
Hi everybody, and a warm welcome back to Maple Leaf Matchbox Makeovers. I'm Andrew, and on the bench today is a Matchbox Wild Life Truck. It's from the Rolamatics range, and that means when the back wheels turn, that activates something else on the truck, and in this case there's a rotating turntable on the back that you can see right here. And originally there was a lion that would have been spinning around, and he was enclosed in a glass cage, but like many toys of this age, those are long gone, extra bits. And so I'm not going to try to recreate those. I'm actually going to have some fun today. And this might be the closest that I come to making a custom out of all the makeovers that I've done so far. And I want you to remember up front that the purpose of my channel doing these makeovers is not for me to display them after. I don't really collect them or race them, and I don't sell them. I give them away to kids at the secondhand store where I got most of these from originally. And so with that in mind, this one is going to be made for kids. There's a close-up of the movable parts. It's the bottom side of the turntable, and that was activated by that little pin in the back wheels that you saw. Now that looks like the whole Jumanji stampede hit this truck head on. Wonder if I can save that windshield. And somebody with a fistful of magic markers turned this into a Jackson Pollock painting. Maybe it would be worth more. Well, there's a nice metal base on this and a little persuasion by the flathead screwdriver. The wheels pop out and the axles are a little bent on this one. So as always, I contemplate whether I can save these or not, or refurbish them. And that is yet to be determined. But I've got lots of time to think about this as I submerge makeover number 44 into the paint stripping shell. And we are literally at the bottom of the barrel here, so I have to swirl it around a little bit. Get it totally covered. And I'll pop it in this little dish and cover it. And let science do its thing. You can see the magic markers are already melting off of there. And I might get another car or two out of that stripping shell. Okay, I'll take my mother-in-law's toothbrush and pretty easily removing the original yellow paint off the Wild Life Truck. And I'll gather everything up and give it a scrubbing in the laundry room tub. And a little more than normal residual paint here. As always, it's in the shot lines and the casting lines, so I'll take an X-Acto knife and, well, you gotta be patient to do this hobby and pick away at it, but the cleaner it is, the better result I'll get when I put it in the spray booth. So this is time well spent here. Brush off whatever's loose and have a go at it with the wire brushes and the steel wool. Thank you for visiting my channel today. If you're a regular subscriber, welcome back, and if it's your first time here, welcome to Maple Leaf Matchbox Makeovers. I try to do a variety of different projects. Some of them are sports cars, some of them are farm equipment or dump trucks and cement mixers. And if you're enjoying this video, I invite you to give it a thumbs up and hit the little button in the bottom right corner of your screen and become one of my newest subscribers. The channel's growing. It's only about 2-3 months old now, really just since the COVID-19 lockdown, and that's why I've been able to do so many projects, 2 or 3 a week at one point, and that's going to end soon. I'm back to work on June the 8th for 3 weeks, and then it's a 6-week summer holiday. It'll be much like what I've been doing. And I invite you to leave your respectful comments below. Tell me what you think of this video or others that you've watched on my channel. Things that I could improve upon, or let me know suggestions of things you'd like to see me try. The purists will probably not be pleased with this project today, but the purists probably bailed out on my channel long before now. Fun begins with the paint job. I'm going to try to blend 3 colors here. Green on the roof. I'm airbrushing on some orange on the side. It's not masked off. I don't want straight lines. I want to blend this. And ultimately I'm going to add some yellow along the bottom. And I did that afterwards. And this is the concept today. I want to turn the Wild Life Truck into a jungle safari truck. So I printed up some zebra decals to fit that motif, and it's application time. These are clear water slide decals, which means that the paint color shows through. The inkjet printer doesn't print the color white. Did you know that? But that's the effect that I want. So the green roof shows through, and now the orange hood of the truck is going to show through the decal a little bit, and when I go down the sides and along the back, you'll see the yellow paint job still standing out. That's what I'm going for. And my oh my, these decals are tricky to work with. So this clear solution is called Decal Set, and that actually helps these butterfly wing decals to conform to the contours of the truck. Now, in my boneyard, which is growing a little bit at a time with some spare parts, I found this roll bar and fog lights, and it's just a little bit too high for the wildlife truck, so I snip it off at the legs, get it the height I want, and a little bit of super glue application, and I put it back onto the base that it came on. And look at this little trick. I don't know who to credit for this idea. Maybe it was just me. I was going through the building supplies store, and they have a 1-row hobby department, and these are just little rhinestones. So I picked them up with this in mind some time ago, and I've been waiting for the opportunity to use these flat back rhinestones as lights. So with the ever-present super glue, look at that. I'm so happy. That's better than painting it white or chrome, and this truck gets a wood panel truck bed liner. What do you think of that? It's the little details that make a difference. Having some fun today. There's the fog lights that go back in place, and you know, washed it, I buffed it, I polished it, but you can still tell there's a crack in that old windshield. Out it goes. But thanks to the drawer full of junkers, I found an almost identical fitting windshield. Ba-boom. So here's the original Rolamatics base, and it's in good shape, but those axles are bent, and this is the last surprise that I had. Thinking like a kid, I thought, wow, I've got an almost perfect match base with a lift kit on it. And if we're gonna go wild life truck, let's go wild. I only had to modify the back slightly, just a little bit of clipping of the corners, and it was easy. This is a plastic base. It's a no-name. It's not Matchbox or Hot Wheels or Corgi. It's just a nothing truck. Snaps back into place, and there it is. What do you think? Let's have a closer look. Oh, it fits perfectly. I'm so pleased with that. And there's a 3-color blended paint job on there, and the wildlife zebra strikes, and this is now the Hakuna Matata. No worries truck. If you're going to go into the wildlife, might as well have a good time with Pumbaa and Timon on the hood. And that's my first custom job. I'm kind of happy with how that all worked out, especially when it was in such decrepit shape to begin with and missing parts, etc. This one goes into a gift bag with the rest of my cars, and if I was a kid, I would grab for this first. Give it a thumbs up, be a subscriber, and come back again. It's coffee time.